Hi everyone, this is Ravi, and in today's video I'm going to repurpose this presence sensor that we built for Home Assistant. This is made out of ESP32 chip and a LD2410 sensor. So we are going to repurpose this and convert it into a Apple HomeKit-enabled device. So basically, if you are one of those who don't have Home Assistant but run HomeKit devices in your home and want a presence sensor, instead of investing your money in like very costly devices, HomeKit presence sensor or occupancy sensor devices, you can build this device for less than $10 and you can install it anywhere. And this is going to work with your HomeKit and you can create automations based on the presence. So let me just quickly show you what all is in there. So we have this LD. Currently, this is LD2420 sensor, but 2410 sensor is also of similar size, 2410C, and you can use that one in this casing. And if we remove this sensor, we see a few wires connected to this sensor. So this is connected to UART mode. So basically, I've connected the TX and RX pins of this sensor with the ESP32. But since we are making a HomeKit enabled presence sensor device, what we are going to do is we are not going to use the UART pins, which are TX and RX pins of the sensor. Instead, we will use the GPIO pin of the sensor. So how it works is that when the presence is detected, whether it's static or like any movement, the GPIO pin goes high and it shows presence detected. So in the HomeKit app, once this is paired, you will see that it shows detected whenever there's a human in your room or anybody in your room, whether he's sitting, lying, based on what kind of sensor you're using, whether you are using LD2420 or 2410. So based on that, you can detect static or like human movement very accurately. So what we are going to do is we will keep these UART pins connected, but we are not going to use them in the code. What we are now going to do is we have not connected the GPIO pin, which is this one, to the ESP32 board. So we are going to connect this one to the pin number 21 on our ESP32. Like this is the pin that I've connected to pin number 21 on this ESP sensor. And now we are going to code it and program it. You can remove these TX and RX pins. We don't need them, but even if you keep them wire and in future, if you want to program it for like Home Assistant, you can do that. So I'll keep them all connected and I am going to put them all inside this case. So now we are going to connect this to the USB Type-C with our PC. So let's open up our sketch, which we recently created. So this is the sketch. And this is the entire code. I'm going to share this via description. So you can find the link in the description and then you can program it accordingly. So let's go ahead and select the COM port. We're going to select COM 14 and then we need to select the board. So we have already done that, but you must select that. And also you have to install the library called HomePod. This is very important. We're going to update it. Update is done. Let's save it and click Ctrl+U, or you can also go to Sketch, Upload. So I'm going to do that. This is uploading. You don't have to provide any Wi-Fi details. We are going to provide those later once this firmware is flashed. So let's wait for it to complete the flash. So now the flash process has started. It takes some time to compile the firmware and flash it. So once this is done, you can disconnect the power cable and then connect it again. And on your Arduino IDE, you can open the serial monitor. At this stage, you will see that Wi-Fi credentials data not found. LD2410 occupancy sensor is ready. Now what we are going to do is we are going to type W and press enter. Now this is going to scan the Wi-Fi network, available networks in the room. So we have top floor 2.4 gigahertz. We are going to select that. So we are going to type that SSID, top floor 2.4 gigahertz. Make sure you type it correctly. This is very important. And just press enter key. Now next you have to type in the password. So we'll do that and press the enter key. Now this will say that Wi-Fi credential saved and it will reboot the device. You have to be on this page and it will try to connect to the Wi-Fi network that you have mentioned. Now, if it connects successfully, it's going to show you the IP address and that the app server has been started. Now, at this stage, you can take out your iPhone and on your iPhone, let's set it up. So on our iPhone, we'll go to Home app, and we'll open up Home app. And in the Home app, we are going to tap on this plus icon. And in this, we have to select Add Accessory and then click on More Options. And you will see that LD2410 occupancy sensor is being displayed right. So we'll select that. It will say uncertified accessory, no worries, click Add Anyway. And now you have to enter a code. Now this code is 46672726. Now once you enter this code and tap on continue, this is going to pair it. And now you can see, you can choose the room where you want to set it up. And once you select that, for example, I'll select bedroom, click on continue. You can name it here or you can name it later as well. So I'm not going to rename it. I'll just tap on continue. And this is added to our Home app. Now you can go to security, view accessories, and this is showing occupied. So now as you can see, once you set it up, you're going to see that this shows occupancy detected or occupied. We have selected bedroom, so it's showing bedroom occupied. Now, if we want to create automations, we can do that very easily. But to create automations, you will need a home hub, such as the Apple TV or a HomePod. I would recommend that you go for Apple TV 4K because you will be able to connect that to your smart TV and use it to play videos and all for entertainment instead of investing in a HomePod. That's what I did. I bought a 4K Ethernet version of Apple 4K TV 3rd generation recently, just to show you how all of this can be done, how you can create your own DIY HomeKit enabled devices such as this smart occupancy sensor or human presence sensor that works with HomeKit devices, and that too under $10. You don't need a lot of hardware. It's very tiny as well. So this is, I've already showed you this multiple times. So this is all it is. You just connect it to a power supply, put it anywhere in any corner of your room, and this is going to detect presence very well. And if it even fails, like one sensor is not enough, you can install multiple sensors, and based on their data, you can create automation. So yeah, this was all in this video, guys. I just wanted to show you how easy it is to create HomeKit enabled devices. And if you're someone who doesn't want to invest their time or don't have that, although it's very easy to set up Home Assistant, but still, if you're someone who wants to use plug and play devices, you can make them by yourself and just add them to your Apple Home app and then create automations and make your home smart. Yeah. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and also share this video. And also share your comments, share your thoughts, any project that you would like me to build. This is one of the projects that somebody asked for, and I have worked on it and it works really well. So yeah, this was all in this video. Have a good day.